Expectations, you have self expectations also. We have the tendency to like desperately grasp at other things and people to make up for our lack of self worth. So people make their perception of value contingent to outside forces. For example, you may hear someone say, well, I'll be worth something once I finish my degree, or I'll be worthy if I can just lose a little weight. I'll be worthy if my parents are happy with my choices. These if when declarations, they tend to prevent us from setting realistic goals, especially after we've already met previous ones. The core problem is that we dismiss the parts of our narrative that we really don't like or that we don't want to see because they don't correspond to the person we assume that we should be. We're left feeling confused and afraid as a result. When we are unable to accept our story as is, we experience a profound sense of emptiness that will stop at nothing to fill. In the eyes of others, we people please, perform, and strive to do everything perfectly. Embracing yourself as you are is one of life's most difficult challenges. The you that you are right now, not the possibility of you in the future. The you who's graduated and lost that 50 pounds or finally pleased your parents. No, you are worthy just as you are with all of your amazing qualities and flaws. Down to like one big issue, you know? You have deep feelings of love and belonging and being irreplaceable, you know? We fall apart in the absence of genuine love and belonging. This is due to the fact that we as humans are emotionally, biologically, neurologically, and spiritually wired for it. Love is not it's not solely an emotion. Emotions come and go. It's a spiritual connection that has been strengthened and nurtured through action. If I say I love you, but I don't show it in practice, our most lofty declarations of love sound pretty hollow, you know? The connection is going to deteriorate and the disconnect will exhaust us. Both individuals will feel isolated. To to think of love as an action rather than a feeling is to take proactive, responsible, and accountable stances. Another primal human desire is to belong. Everyone wants to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Because of this, people strive to just fit in and seek approval through their entire lives. These findings regarding love and belonging are the result of about 10 years worth of interviews with thousands of people about the things that really matter. Love and belonging are two of the most desired human experiences. They're also unusual experiences because many people find it easier to despise themselves rather than forgive themselves for what it honestly boils down to. True love is based in acceptance. In order to truly love someone, we must have the confidence to be honest, about both our virtues and our flaws. So if you can't accept yourself, you'll find it to be pretty difficult to reveal your flaws to other people. You'll perform and make people happy, but you won't build the kind of emotional and spiritual bond that can only develop once you truly know. Once you're truly known by that person and once that person truly knows you. You know what I mean? This is why belonging is diametrically opposed to simply fitting in. Love is synonymous with belonging. You will not feel like you belong if you're not loved for who you truly are. You can put on a front to blend in, but you're not going to feel like you belong if you're not accepted for who you are. You may you may put on a mask in order to fit in, but you've presented yourself as someone you're not. They'll fall in love with someone else entirely, the persona that you've created. And you're attempting to fit in creates a barrier to your ability to actually feel as if you belong. Loving yourself will allow you to love others because you'll be able to give them the gift of courageous self disclosure. Really good question. Thank you for asking it. It's like you shaming the perfectionist, you know. Well, here's the thing: the verdict's always guilty as charged for not being good enough. You know, for the perfectionists because they routinely put themselves on trial. Perfectionism is the foundation of all sorts of problems. Anxiety, because you're always angry at yourself for your flaws. It could lead to substance abuse and dependence because you haven't managed to find a positive and productive, healthy method of dealing with the sense of embarrassment. And you can even get depressed because there's so many issues that can arise when their sense of worth is based on things that they just can't control, like the perceptions of them made by other people. Another common outcome is general life paralysis because the perfectionist feels safer doing nothing at all instead of risking failure and disappointing the people around them. Perfectionism is more common in people who were raised to be praised for their good grades in school, their good manners at church, and being on their best behavior at all times. Perfectionism must be distinguished from the pursuit of perfection and self improvement, though. Growth and achievement aspirations are very positive emotions, but perfectionism turns them into adoration seeking. You know, it's a strategy. Perfectionists rely on others to give them a sense of worth rather than doing the work to claim their own inherent worth that they're already good enough for, you know. It just boils down to having compassion for yourself and always giving yourself positive praise and positive self-talk. This is why compassion is such an important tool, and it's actually a gift, you know. If you're like the majority of people, you have no idea how to give yourself a break. Self compassion is more beneficial than self depreciation. When we remember that frailty and vulnerability are just another part of the human experience, treating ourselves with gentleness and patience become a very easy thing to do, and it's not so